The UN's humanitarian chief, Mark Lowcock, has been generally praised by insiders for his hard work and his ability to make the case for some of the most disadvantaged people on Earth.
The consequences, in humanitarian terms, would be catastrophic.
His decision to resign, though, puts the spotlight on how some top jobs at the UN are awarded. Mr. Lowcock is British.
The security situation has been...
His predecessor was British.
It's absolutely horrific.
His predecessor was British.
We will have to adapt to the situation.
And her predecessor was British too. It's the same with other jobs. The current and last four heads of the peacekeeping department were all French. The head of the UN Political Affairs Office, Rosemary DiCarlo, is an American. So were the two people who did the job before her. Critics say that China and Russia also have more than their fair share of senior positions. The system clearly favours the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council. Not only do they have a veto on issues of peace and security, they seem to have some of the top jobs reserved for them. David Beasley is the head of the World Food Programme. He's from the US, as has been every holder of his job for nearly 30 years. Do you not think it's time now for the best qualified candidate, regardless of their nationality, to get the job?
I think the UN is at a magic crossroads with all the catastrophes and crises we have, and it's really important that we put the best of the best in these leadership positions, no matter where they're from around the world. And I know the major donors have a significant voice in that. They should. But at the same time, I would like to think that every decision we're making in terms of leadership is based upon the most qualified, and obviously those who put up a lot of money, that might enhance the profile, but it definitely, the final decision needs to be based on merit.
When it comes to Mr. Lowcock's successor, the UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres will make a decision in the coming weeks. It is perhaps worth noting that this year Mr. Guterres is seeking a second 5-year term in charge of the UN, and that any of the 5 permanent members of the Security Council also have the power to block his reappointment. James Bays, Al Jazeera, at the United Nations.